Hi, I'm Michael Huber, and I've watched all of Season 4 of Better Call Saul.
I'm Kyle Bossman, and I have watched all of Season 4 of Better Call Saul.
Activate spoiler mode!
Spoiler mode, spoiler mode, final warning, spoiler mode, activated.
Kyle Bossman, is an absolute pleasure and a privilege and an honor to be here with you right now talking about Better Call Saul.
To talk about my favorite show.
Like, easily the best show on television
On TV. My
right
favorite
now.
show on TV right now, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
By a mile.
Yes.
A good mile ahead.
Considerable margin.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to, Harry Potter, open at the close right now.
Okay.
Flash forward. We've seen 4 flash forwards in 4 seasons of Better Call Saul. Black and white.
Yeah.
Gene. Cinnabon.
I've been thinking about, it's funny, they do this.
Yeah.
It colors how you think about every single episode after that. You see something like that, and you're just like, I'm worried about Saul every single episode.
I know.
Because it's a smart thing to do, because I'm not worried about Mike, right?
Yeah.
Because we know Mike shows up in Breaking Bad. I'm not worried about him. He's going to be fine. Things like that. So I'm so scared about what's happening.
Yeah. Who is this man in the car?
From Albuquerque.
So Gene has, he collapses at the Cinnabon,
Yes.
and he goes down. He goes to the hospital. They're taking care of him. They want a social security number. He freaks out.
Right.
He dips out. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, they do a lot of this season, where it's like you think somebody's about to get in trouble, they don't.
So many blinds.
They repeat that a lot the whole season.
Oh,
Same kind of thing. It's just like, wait, before you go, and you're like, and then it's nothing. You're fine.
Kai.
Yeah.
Distractions.
Yes.
So he gets in this cab, and he's cruising in the cab, and he sees the Albuquerque Isotopes air freshener.
Yes.
Which is alluding to Albuquerque, New Mexico, Breaking Bad. And this driver just keeps looking
The
at him.
eyes, man. Yeah.
Who the hell, man? I went back and I tried to look at in his eyes, dude. I wanted to see into this man's soul.
He's a bad man.
He's
a bad man.
So we have no idea who it is, and that's it. That's the last time we see it.
Yeah.
That's like end game stuff. Could be the series finale. Who knows?
Yes. But you get the impression it's not the feds.
No.
Someone has found Saul who wants him dead.
Like, who could, before we move on, like, give it 30 seconds. Who the hell could it be? It couldn't be a Gus associate. It couldn't be a Walt associate.
Walt really killed everybody.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty, like, flat out.
Exactly.
So we'll find out in season 5, like,
There's a couple, like, Salamanca loose ends, perhaps.
Sure. Didn't they all, like, drink poison?
Most of them, right?
I don't know. Yes. I don't know. I don't know what's left. I thought everything was tied up.
Yeah.
That episode gave me anxiety big time. And then that carried on throughout the entire season, and will carry on until next year we get more episodes.
Definitely. So we pick up right after where last season ended, you know, the Lantern, Chuck.
Yeah, what a finale last year, yeah.
So depressing. Like, Chuck is just such a good character. You hate him and you love him, and you just don't know how to feel about him. Like, he's an asshole to his brother, but you can't help but, especially last season, you can't help but kind of feel for the guy. And
he didn't deserve to die.
He didn't deserve
to go nuts and die, basically.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because all those, that was all set in motion by Jimmy freaking Chuck out, you know, changing the documents and everything, leading to him going more insane, like crazy. But Jimmy seems actually depressed about it in the early goings of the first episode.
Up until the last 5 minutes of that episode, yes.
What did you make of that?
The last 5 minutes?
Yeah, Howard comes in and he starts blaming himself, and then Jimmy's like, yep, haha,
well,
it was you, Howard. Full, like, sociopathic twist, dude. What?
So I didn't get it. I understand it now, seeing the last episode.
Yeah.
Titled Winner. We get it now.
Winner takes
we
all.
absolutely get what was happening there, because it wasn't that Howard blamed himself. It was because Howard brought up the insurance rates going up, and he thinks that's what made Chuck do that.
Yeah.
And basically the insurance rates went up because Jimmy like walked into the insurance company and like lied and said something about my brother. And then I can't really remember that scene entirely.
God, yes.
But that was to sabotage them. That was to sabotage their whole firm. And it worked. Their insurance rates went way up, and they said, "You're a liability, Chuck."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm good now. No, I'm good. I can turn on electricity. I'm good now." Remember that? He was actually fully recovered.
Yes.
But it was that thing that sent him over the edge. And so he won. Jimmy beat Chuck, and that is why he was so stoked at the end of that episode.
And maybe he realizes too, like, yo, I'm good at this. Like, I need to do more things like that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the season is all about too.
So that's how purely evil he was.
God.
So when Chuck said, like, Jimmy, I never loved you. I think that was the end of it.
Yeah.
I think like that from that moment forward, Jimmy truly does not love Chuck.
Despises.
Yes. I loved the way that episode ended because you are shocked. You don't get it. It is very confusing.
And then the look on Kim's face.
Yes.
Kim is alarmed, which happens numerous times.
Yeah, we get that one
like,
repeated a lot, yes.
We need a counter for like Kim being alarmed.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
so that was pretty much the first episode, and then we had Mike. You know, maybe my favorite line of the whole series. Mm-hmm. Ermintrout, security consultant. Just classic.
Wait, that was episode 1 too, I think.
Yeah.
When he's like snooping around.
Yep.
And he's like hanging out in the break room too, just like sneaking in with the guys.
So good.
It's like, I think that was our last chance for Jolly Mike.
Yep.
I think we'll never get him Jolly again. That was like our last bit
Yeah.
of being happy with Mike.
Yeah. No, it's serious business.
Yeah. But man, that was a fun episode.
Yeah.
He's like taking his job seriously. I actually like that. He's like, he's getting the checks. He's like, well, if you're paying me, I might as well do all this.
Yeah.
And
I loved him and Lydia fighting about it. Like, she's like, what are you doing? And you're so sketch. And he's like, no, now if I get asked about this, if anyone comes asking around, they're going to be like, oh, that asshole? Like, yeah, he was here, security consultant, you know, told me to change these wires. Like,
yeah. I think really what that whole part was about is establishing Mike's competence.
yeah.
Establishing him as somebody who knows what he's doing and is really good at it. Yeah. I think that's what that was all about.
Absolutely. Moving on.
Yeah.
So Jimmy, you know, has that moment with Howard. Next episode, he's looking for a job. Okay.
Yeah.
This one freaked me out. We talked about this, I remember. When he applies at the Neff Copiers.
Yes. Love this.
Dude.
I love this.
Psycho Jimmy McGill this season, dude.
There's a tiny little copier arc. It's only over 2 episodes, but I love where this goes.
Yeah, he goes in, he interviews for this job. Mm-hmm. You know, they're like, okay, you know, maybe we'll call you back.
And he's been doing multiple interviews, too.
Yeah.
I think that's important. Is he's been doing a bunch of these.
Totally.
Yeah.
So he goes back in.
He nails the interview. Crushes it.
Gives the full-on, like, hard sell.
Knows everything about the copier they have in there. It's just like, I used to work in the copy room. I know the machines, actually.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, you're
hired. They're so excited. Those two guys were so excited to hire Jimmy McGill.
I know. They're like, man, we scored the jackpot with him. Like,
yeah. Oh, because he said, like, do it now. Tell me now.
Yeah.
That's right. They were like, we'll tell you later. Yeah. He's like, he's like, no. And then so he walks out of the office, and they're like, should we just do it?
Yeah.
And then he goes, You fools.
You
just let me walk in and hire you? That's so weird.
So weird.
Yes.
And I was upset.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, Jimmy, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Like, so he does
So
that.
I
have wrote down in parentheses next to it, asshole.
Yeah.
Next to Jimmy.
But that was Slippin' Jimmy, man.
Totally.
That was like like a Slippin' Jimmy instinct, I think. It's why it's like, I love that this is season 4.
I know.
Like those other episodes actually really do lead into where we are today.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things I love about Breaking Bad, love about Better Call Saul. It's all about consequences. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's what that was about, dude. It was a total shocking flip. I thought he was going to take that copier job for sure.
Yeah.
And then he's just so mean to them. And they're so heartbroken. They just look at him like, what did we do?
And he notices the Hummels.
Yes.
Which will come back, obviously.
Yep.
On.
By the way, this is the first I ever heard of the word Hummel.
My mom collects Hummels, actually. Well, she did. She kind of stopped now.
Are all Hummels little boys and girls, or is it like a house
Some
of Hummel?
like birds and houses,
Okay.
yeah, but it's usually boys and girls,
Okay.
yeah.
It's confusing, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has a pretty good collection.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come in and swap some out, dude.
Dude, I liked him. I liked him as a kid. I'm always obsessed with like little houses. Like when I was a kid, even nowadays, man.
For sure.
Like I'll go to a mall and I'll see like a giant like Christmas house thing with the train. Like I always imagine myself being shrunk down,
Yeah.
like living in it.
Oh heck yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So Kim has an epic scene with Howard, dude. I want to point this out. This is one of
Yes.
my favorite scenes.
Performance-wise, for me, yes.
Once again, Kim defending Jimmy McGill, dude.
Right.
Once again.
And she hasn't really exploded up till this point.
No.
You saw her play it pretty straight episode 1, and it's like pretty straight up until this point.
Yeah.
Closes the door
Yeah.
and lets him hear it.
Yeah.
Love that.
This is all about the like the severance or whatever,
Yeah.
the will from Chuck. Gives him just enough so he can't fight it, $5,000. Chuck, man. And they're both assholes.
Yeah.
dude.
And you can tell Jimmy
God.
like doesn't care. He kind of expects it. When he gets that $5,000, he's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not going to fight this. He just takes that. And I think that's what he expects.
Does she have the letter at this point, or is that later on?
She gets a letter at that point, doesn't give it to Jimmy yet.
Holds
She
it.
keeps it, yeah.
Okay. Then like there's also some Hector, some Gus stuff. Gus is
Yeah, we haven't talked about Nacho yet, who's like the
Yeah.
third pillar of the season, man.
yeah.
Maybe fourth.
So, yeah, in episode 2, it goes down. Nacho gets caught.
Oh, this is the episode called Breathe.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Breathe, dude.
Oh my God.
Breathe.
So, right, I forget his partner's name.
Brutal kill. Like
His
Antonio.
partner thinks he's a hot shot, right?
Yeah.
Because this scene starts
shot.
with the partner coming in and is like, no, we're
Yeah.
gonna get like another kilo. We're the big guys now.
Yeah.
Salamanca's like, Hector's gone, but we're still
Yeah.
strong.
Yep.
And then that
Box cutter man is there.
guy. Yep.
Yeah.
That guy gets a bag over his head.
Dude. Sicario. Like,
Yes.
brutal kill, man.
Yeah. And what's funny is, I mean, that's kind of like unrelated. The scene where that guy's showing up, like Gus would have figured it out regardless.
Yeah.
I think that some like hospital report came in.
Yeah, it was
showed,
the
like-
nitro.
Yeah, whatever
Yep.
it was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
not in his bloodstream.
Yeah.
Gus put it together.
Yeah. You can't fool Gus.
You cannot fool Gus, is what you learn there. And then he just owns Nacho.
Yeah.
You thought Nacho might get away, but now he's owned by Gus.
Nacho, man. Like, what? I'm always so sympathetic to these types of characters when it's like you get pushed one way and you could have gone down just a totally different path.
Yeah.
Like he could have been just a mechanic with his dad,
Yeah.
And the fact that his dad is just always disappointed in him, just it breaks my heart, man. And this season, really, Nacho is it's terrifying to watch because he's getting deeper and deeper and deeper into the hole,
Yes.
and it's just scary, man. Like, freaks me out. Freaks me out.
Yeah. It's funny. I mean, he becomes I think a main character at this point. It becomes somebody primary person you're rooting for.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Are you rooting for Nacho?
You are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm rooting
I
for
think
Nacho.
because in previous seasons he had a chance to be brutal, but he shows compassion. And I think so that at this point we know that he's a pretty good guy.
And he's trying to do right by his dad,
Yeah.
just going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and then the next episode, Something Beautiful, opens with the frame job, the Nacho frame job.
I can't believe the series moved this fast, actually.
know.
This is one of my favorite scenes.
Dude, sets up so many things.
Yes.
This moment.
Yeah. And to me, here it's like from like a direction standpoint, just like it's hard to write out a scene like that, all the details, but it's so intricate in how you would stage a murder.
Yeah.
They go through so many details, and the scene just starts. You're like, "What's happening?"
Yeah.
You're out in like a weird, New Mexico road. Like you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's like setting up the chains. Like, what? Why is he? Who's he doing that to? And then you figure, they're doing this on purpose. And it's like, they're gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
They're gonna shoot Nacho, and they don't like shoot his feet. They shoot him in the
Right
chest.
in the belly. In
Yes.
the chest.
Oh man.
Setting up this frame job.
Yes.
So because of this, Juan Bolsa, who is like, think second in command to Don Eladio. So it's like so you have Don Eladio, which is like the tequila, in Breaking Bad.
Okay.
So the chain of command, I know
Yep.
for a fact, is Don Eladio, and
Great.
then like Gus, Hector, they have their own organizations, but
Yes.
it's all under the Don.
Yeah, and they kind of talk about. Okay, so they're talking about that guy.
So I think Juan Bolsa is like one below Don Eladio, and then it's
Got it. Okay.
Hector, and Juan Bolsa encourages Gus to start making meth on the United States side of the border.
I don't remember the scene.
Because of this.
Did they talk to each other?
I think it's like a phone call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he doesn't show up.
Very brief.
Got it. Okay.
He might even meet him. I forget exactly how it goes down, but he encourages him to start making meth on the U.S. side.
Got it.
Direct.
Is that because of the truck that Mike took over?
Yeah, because
consequence of that?
Yes, because
Okay,
Juan
cool.
Bolsa in his mind is like,
Yeah.
dude, we're under attack.
The
we had
DEA's
that.
on us. Yes. But it was actually just Mike.
Yep.
Got it. And
So-
so that gives Gus the freedom to make his own meth on his own terms.
Yes.
That's really cool, actually.
So who does Gus go and see? Gail Bedecker.
Yes. Yeah.
Jolly Gail Bedecker.
He's like his university professor, right? He's
Yeah.
just so happy. He's having
Yeah.
a good life.
What do you make of Gale, man? I mean, the dude is making meth, but at the same time, it's like, this is a man who just loves the science. He loves the craft.
Yeah.
But why meth, dude? Why? Like, if you love science and the craft so much, why are you involved with some shady dealings here?
I think because people appreciate it. You know what I mean? I know it is money, big time.
Yeah.
But it's also like, if I made like a little purple liquid and nobody would be impressed. But if I make meth, like people say, "Great, you're great.
Yeah.
Good job." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like about that.
Okay.
He finds an audience, basically.
Yeah. And yeah, I would like, because they knew each other before that scene.
Yeah.
I would like their first encounter. I would love that scene.
How those two connected?
Yeah.
You're right, that is strange.
Yeah, because he clearly looks up to Gus, and he
Yeah.
clearly, like you just said, loves the adoration from Gus.
Yeah.
But I love that.
Yeah. I bet Gus approached him, looked for a chemist.
Yeah.
Gus was looking for a chemist, is what I might have to assume.
Walter White is out there, dude.
He's just a high school teacher, though. He doesn't know.
Oh, why? Oh, Heisenberg. So at this point, too, Jimmy wants to steal the Hummels. Calls Mike. This is their like only encounter this season.
Yeah, and it was a weak one, right? Because
Yeah.
Mike's like, "Nah, I'm not going to steal Hummels. What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
I love that.
And I love too that they don't really encounter each other this season, because in Breaking Bad, they clearly know each other, but they're not close.
Yeah.
And the last couple seasons, they weren't close, but they were encountering each other so much.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you'd think they'd be like better friends by the time Breaking Bad rolls around.
Yeah.
This season did a really good job of like, no,
Separating them a little.
they're
You're right.
just
Yeah.
they're business associates.
Yes.
Straight up.
Oh, you're right. Because like Saul would like come and visit him when he has at his toll booth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was this season, right? Where he leaves the toll booth job.
I think so.
Yeah, just like no, I think that was last.
It was last season.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
because
yep.
now he's
Yep.
security consultant.
Yes. Got a good gig.
This is around the same time that Kim is bored of Mesa Verde, man.
Yes.
You know, big theme for her this season is she's over that, and she's all about, you know, the little guy, the pro bono work, defense lawyer. She likes being in the courtroom and fighting and battling.
Yes.
Loved that.
Yeah. It was weird to try to read her. This is like they're looking at the models.
Yeah.
By the way, we love those models.
Let me shrink down there.
And they're like all lit up and everything. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did seem like she never was really stoked about Mesa Verde. It did seem like she was stoked to go out on her own, and
Yeah.
she was like their own private lawyer. But you're always concerned she's going to mess this up.
Yeah.
I think that's your anxiety with Kim this entire season, is like she's going to mess up this Mesa Verde thing. And never does.
Please live, Kim.
Yes.
Please go and just be like a queen somewhere.
I think I got a good theory why she's alive. We'll get there.
Okay.
I got a really good theory why she's alive.
To wrap up episode 3 here,
Yeah.
this is when she gives the letter.
Oh yeah.
She reads the letter, or she gives the letter to Jimmy.
Yep.
The letter's full of nice things. This is what I mean, dude.
No impact though.
Yeah, this show.
Yeah.
I'm always questioning myself and my own intelligence as a viewer, because sometimes I'm just like, I understand it, but maybe I don't understand this. Like, he reads the letter, he doesn't care, even though the letter is full of nice things, and then she goes and just breaks down. She
Yes.
goes and cries.
Because it was a beautiful letter. Like
And
it
it's-
impacted her, yeah.
So it's impacting her is she upset that it didn't impact Jimmy? Is she just blown
She is.
away that Chuck is actually being nice for once?
Because I don't know if it's now or just really soon, but she starts recommending a psychiatrist.
Yes.
So she thinks that, Jimmy's not all there, which is, I think, kind of right. I think probably he is depressed. Probably he is handling the death the wrong way, right? So, that's when she starts, I think around here is like, oh, so Jimmy's not good right now. He needs help.
Yeah.
Obviously, he refuses it.
Yeah.
He sees it as a weakness. I don't know. I think it's like soon after he learns Howard is seeing a psychiatrist, and he's like, oh, I'm better than Howard is. He's like, you're weak, I'm not. He throws away the psychiatrist's phone number or something like that. And so, that is always a weird part, is I think Kim thinks Jimmy needs help.
Yeah.
Probably did at that point. So I think that's where that sadness comes from.
Yeah.
It's like, how could you read that letter and not react to it?
God,
How could anyone hate their brother that much? And
Right?
I mean, Jimmy clearly has reasons.
I'm getting emotional, man.
Yeah.
Because there's so much relationship nuance here, and you think back to Breaking Bad, and it's like Breaking Bad's a show about a chemist that makes meth.
Yeah.
About like a drug war with the DEA, but it's like deeper than that. Diving deeper into Breaking Bad, right? The relationship he has with Skyler and Jesse, and this paternal relationship there. Like, now I'm thinking of just Breaking Bad, and like the nuanced relationship of Jimmy and Kim
Yeah.
is legendary, dude.
This season in particular. Yeah, 'cause
God.
you know what's funny is I don't know if this show ever said like, hey, do you want to go out? Yeah. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You just kind of start seeing them together, which I really like.
Yeah.
It's never just like, go out with me, Kim. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they start off as friends. Or the show starts as that they're just friends. And so, they're clearly in a relationship that's worked out this way. Really interesting relationship this entire season.
Yeah.
You expect it to explode. Yeah. It never does.
It like kind of does, but
Yes.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Just expertly written and acted.
Yes.
Dude. God.
Yeah. Their performances are out of this world. That is what I was most concerned about, really, is like when I heard about Better Call Saul, and it's Bob Odenkirk. It's like on Mr. Show. He's very comedic.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh, is it going to be all funny? Is it going to be all jokey show? Okay, I'll watch a comedy series. Bob Odenkirk lifts his weight.
Showing his range.
Yes.
dude.
Yeah. He does it.
Yep.
He pulls it up. I don't think he is the best actor on the show, but he does it. He does what he needs to do. He's a really good performer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. I've talked to people that wrote the show off because they didn't really like Saul as a character from they didn't really like Saul from a character from Breaking Bad. They thought the same thing of it's I know what to expect. It's just a prequel. It seems like filler.
Yeah.
They watched a couple of the first episodes and they write it off because season 1 is way, like, not bad, but it's way worse than the rest of the seasons.
Yeah.
Season 2 hit its stride.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you have to like learn to like Chuck and like the whole house thing. You have to
Yeah.
like really embrace a lot of things
Yeah.
in season 1. Absolutely.
laying the groundwork.
Yeah, it all pays off now. Yeah.
So episode 4 talk. This is when Kim wants Jimmy to see the psychiatrist, but he deflects it by getting a job at the cell phone store. He's like, "Oh, I got a job.
Yep. I'm good.
I got a
healed.
job."
I'm healed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this cell phone store, man, this huge implications on Saul Goodman.
Yeah, we all know Saul.
Yeah.
I think we associate multiple cell phones with Saul.
Yeah.
And this moment's kind of like you know what I mean? It's kind of like a seed of a thing,
And we'll get into it too. It's not only the cell phones, but like criminal underworld contacts.
Yes.
What a genius way to set this up.
Because the guy who stole the Hummel meets him there, right?
Yeah.
I think that's where he gets the whole idea of privacy. Is the guy with the Hummels meets him when he's got this job, the cell phone job, and then I think that's where he makes the connection of like, oh, I can sell cell phones to criminals,
That's right.
and then we're off from there, man.
Yep.
We skipped one of my favorite scenes from episode 3 is when the cousins slaughter the other competing drug dealers.
That was episode 3?
Yeah.
No way.
No, that's episode 4. We're
4.
getting there. Okay,
Four,
we're getting
4.
there. That is episode 4.
Oh my god.
Love that. It just raises the legacy of those cousins.
Dude. The legacy of the cousins.
Yes.
Anyone with Salamanca blood in them?
Yeah.
Psychopath.
They show up with 2 duffel bags of guns and clean out an entire gang, basically.
It was like video game, like gang hideout. Clear
Yes.
the gang hideout.
Yeah.
You're just like,
And it's funny they have Nacho there the whole time, and they're
Yeah.
like kind of protecting him too. It's like it's so funny. Like the cousins are all in with Nacho. They're all they're so loyal.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny to see how like good they are at killing, and then you get more appreciation for what Hank was able to survive. You know,
Totally.
it's really really cool.
And Nacho, genius move here too. He is watching this whole thing go down from the car. This was one of the best TV shootouts I've seen lately. I don't want to say ever right now. You know, I'd have to really think about it. But when I saw it, I was like, this shootout's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing it from Nacho's perspective in the car.
yes,
You're
and then he's
seeing
like, oh, I gotta get out there.
explosions.
He does kill the guy with the shotgun, right?
Kills the guy with the shotgun,
Behind
and
a
it's
truck.
so beautifully choreographed because he doesn't step on a twig. You know, there's no stupid moment like that. It's like, you know, spacing is so big in shootouts, and I think, and you know, you can like feel someone behind you, you know, and it's hard to convey that sometimes in film and TV, and that's exactly what happened here. Nacho's sneaking up on this guy, and all of a sudden he just turns around because he
Yeah.
just feels Nacho behind him.
Yeah.
And Nacho takes him out.
You know what? I like that. He didn't step on a twig.
Yeah.
It would have
Yeah.
been easy to have him step on a twig.
Yeah.
He didn't. And it was still communicated. We still got it.
Yeah.
I do think, though, that, you know, like, this is part of, like, the cartoonishness of Breaking Bad / Better Call Saul. No two people could pull that off. You know what I
The
mean?
cousins.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, they're kind of, like, heroic in a way.
Mythical.
Mythical, thank you. Yeah, they're mythical at this point.
Yeah.
I like that. It's cool to make myths out of them. It's fine.
They're like skull boots. The skull on the boot.
Yes. Yeah, they have
They
really
always
nice boots.
walk like.
Never talk. Man, yeah, they're great. And then they do talk a little bit. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. God. Also, Kim has an encounter with the judge. Love that.
Oh, right, more pro bono stuff. Yeah,
Asshole
yeah, yeah.
judge.
Yep.
Get out of my court, Kim.
But then she stays. It's very clear that she wants to do this now.
sitting there staring at him, one of my favorite moments of the series.
And what a shot, dude. It's not a close up.
Yeah.
It's from his perspective. It's great. It's really, really good. Yeah. I mean, like,
It's so good.
it's crazy. Every episode's like a movie. Shot like a movie, I should say. Cinematography's crazy on Better Call Saul. It's
Best on
insane.
TV.
Yeah.
Fight me.
Yeah.
Don't fight me. Debate.
Because that's the thing.
Come up with some other shows that have great cinematography. I think a Game of Thrones as well. But
Yeah.
But Better Call Saul is next level.
What I love about it is they're simple scenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the way they're shot makes them so important.
Yes.
It makes every single movement, every single time we spend stuck on a shot, it makes it
Mm-hmm.
all important. It gives it pacing, but it gives it a meat. It gives it weight to it. It's so cool.
Shredding the documents is
Yeah.
my favorite one. We'll get to it.
Okay, yeah.
Inside, they do a lot of mechanical ones.
Yeah.
Inside the coffee machine was one of them from like a season or two ago.
Yeah, I'm like, how do you get that shot sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're clearly like faking it. They're moving everything forward. And yeah.
So cool.
When he was looking at the Hummels, it's like, how do you get that shot? It's like clearly they had to move the case forward to stick a camera behind it.
Yeah.
It's nuts sometimes, yeah.
Also, Mike confronts Henry at the support group. Kind of a weird subplot there.
Yeah, I think this is kind of severing his relationship with Stacy a little bit.
Yep.
But also, Huber, I think this is where you see, like, Mike still stuck up on his son.
Yeah.
Because it's not really, he doesn't go off because that guy lies. That guy's been
Yeah.
lying for weeks and he knows it. He goes off because Stacy says, I stopped thinking about, I forget Mike's son's name.
Yeah.
She says, I stopped forgetting.
Brutal.
So there was like a day that went by and I didn't even think about him all day, which is normal. That's a normal way to grieve.
But brutal.
Yes. And that sets Mike off.
Yeah.
Because clearly he thinks about his son every single day. And so we know that. We know that's still paining him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's willing to leave this group. He's willing to, hurt his relationship with his daughter-in-law. I love that scene, actually.
Yeah. And then it ends with Gus and him talking.
This same episode?
Yeah. Gus has a job for him.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And he's like,
Okay. All right.
stop playing the game. Are you going to tell me about the job? It's an epic line, like classic hard-boiled,
Yeah.
like 1970s,
Yeah.
cop drama line.
Yeah.
Stop playing the game and tell me the job.
Because, I love that. You have to think about status every time
Yeah.
you come into a scene, writing-wise.
Yeah.
Like, Mike knows he's of a lower status than Gus,
Yeah.
but he also knows what he can get away with.
Yeah.
And so he does. He just cuts to things like that. I love that.
Cuts to the chase.
Yes.
And that's the moment, really. Like, Gus and Mike now. Number
Yes.
one and number two.
Yep.
Straight up.
Yes. And, oh, man. that'll be solidified by the end of the season. Like that it's all leading to one particular moment. And so this is what sets that off.
Yeah.
In motion. Yeah, that's so good.
So we get to Quite a
What's
Ride.
the job?
Quite a Ride, number 5. Here we go.
Your scene.
Unreal. Did not expect this. Did not expect it. Allies, Bossman.
First time we went to Breaking Bad timeline, right?
Breaking Bad timeline.
I feel like it's the first time we touched the Breaking Bad timeline.
Like officially, yeah. Taking place specifically during Breaking Bad, not before, not after, during the timeline.
Yeah.
This is when he is getting the hell out of Dodge. Everything has hit the fan. Walt's out of his mind. Jimmy's got to bounce.
Yes.
So they're shredding documents.
Yep.
Great shot. Just the documents. Like, it's so
Crazy
good.
they rebuilt the set.
Yeah.
The office looks almost exactly... It's whatever I remember it as. Yeah, it looks exactly as I remember the office looking.
Yeah.
With the sky and the clouds and everything. So ridiculous. Here's where my theory is that Kim's still alive, though.
Okay.
Francesca, I think is his assistant's name, hands her a card and says, tell him Jimmy sent you. Yeah. Like, so there are only so many lawyers who would still work for Jimmy, right? Because he's Saul Goodman for years at that point. Yeah. And so I believe he's handing her Kim's card. If not, my other theory, Huber, is it's Howard's card. Somehow he helps out Howard in season 5.
Dude, some Howard epic redemption coming in. Oh, dude.
To me, that's the only 2 people that card could be for.
It's got it. You're so right. It's gotta be one of them.
It could also mean nothing. You know what I mean? He could also just say Jimmy sent you. That
could
card,
be like
that card could have meant
Coakley,
nothing. Yeah.
Stick and Coakley or whatever.
Yeah. It could have meant
sure.
nothing, but I think that was actually a really important moment. Dude. I think.
Did it zoom in on the card? Or
Absolutely
no?
not. No.
Okay.
You know, they don't want us to know what that card was.
He's got the duffel bag full of cash.
He hands her some money too. She wants more money as well. That one. Yeah, I like that.
She should.
Yeah,
like,
she's got some leverage there. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
I love that.
He and you know, we talked about this episode too. The bookend of the Saul Goodman character kind of. He says we had quite a ride. He says that to her, Francesca.
Oh,
when in the episode's called Quite a Ride. He's
got
like,
it.
Quite a ride, huh?
Yeah.
Just this whole Saul Goodman journey. And to kind of go ahead really quick, the episode ends when he's talking to his probation officer. You know, once my probation's up, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be a lawyer and it's gonna be the best it's ever been. And it's like that beginning and end of this crazy ride of Saul freaking Goodman.
yeah.
So just, and that's the best because it's not pandering to Breaking Bad. It's not throwing this in, winking, nudge. It's directly impacting the story in a meaningful way by just showing his journey, charting it, being like, yo, this is the end point. Like, this is what happens.
Yes.
So just loved that.
Yeah, and it is. I think you're right. I think they put it in that episode, right? They could have put that.
Yeah.
Any point
Episode
during
5.
this season or any.
That's like finale material, dude.
Yes.
Breaking Bad, whoa.
But you're right. It's probably for that bookend. It's probably to show the beginning and end there. That's interesting.
So, this is when the cell phone starts taking off. Privacy sold here.
Yep.
This is this whole episode.
Oh, this is the teenagers? Hubert, this is another scene I freaking love. Is him selling cell phones at that restaurant.
With the bikers.
Is that this episode?
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Again, it's a really long scene.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a ton of written dialogue.
The music rules.
Yes.
He's like slinging them to people.
Because it's hard to get the first sale.
Yeah.
And then, he's building up momentum. It feels so good.
Yeah.
And then when the music drops and he walks back to his car, you know something bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
It hurts.
And you think the bikers are going to take him out.
Yes.
You're like, dude, Jimmy, just don't sell it to them.
Yeah.
Huge sale.
Yeah.
And then the trick, then of course he's walking back and the kids. 3 teenagers.
Yeah.
Beat him up.
Yeah.
And he thinks he should have stopped him because he wasn't thinking clearly. He has that line.
Oh, he's talking to Kim later.
Yeah, he's talking to Kim. She's kind of taking care of him. And he's just like, oh, I'm not thinking clearly.
Yeah, I love it. He's got like grifter language. I forget where he's like, they got the pull on me or something like that. I forget what he actually says.
Drop on me or something. Yeah. And to me, I read it like because he, like, he's not 100% in on Saul Goodman. That's what I kind of felt like, where he kind of like is kind of 1 foot out, 1 foot in. He's kind of Jimmy. He's kind of Saul.
He still wants McGill Wexler at this point.
Yeah.
I think he's raising money to make McGill Wexler happen.
Mm-hmm.
Is he looking at apartments or offices at this point? Or is that a little later? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, like he's still doing it for that reason. He's still like thinking ahead. This is how I make money.
Yeah.
I can make more money. You know, I have this job. I'm making money with this, but I can make more money selling cell phones. So yeah, I think that's his intention at this point.
Mm-hmm. This episode is phenomenal. This
What
is
else?
also when Mike and Gus are recruiting the architect.
Again, this is
That beautiful silent shot in the back of the van.
Yes.
Time lapse.
another super long scene for a guy they end up not getting in. I love that.
Like, give me a break.
I love
It's
this.
so good.
They send in the guy who's like a really confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all smug. I can do it easily.
Yes.
You're out, bro.
And like, when Gus and Mike talk to each other, I forget what the exchange is, but they both understand he's not the one.
Yeah.
And basically, we as the audience were like, "Oh, that guy's great.
Yeah.
He's really good."
This guy.
Yes.
This is the guy that makes the
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Then we meet Werner.
Yes.
Finally meet Werner. And, Warner's a realist about it. He's
Yep.
like, this is going to be really hard, but
Yep.
it's not impossible. But it's going to be hard.
Yes.
And they hire him.
That's what they wanted to hear, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Kim starts taking pro bono work, but gets caught up with Mesa Verde. Thing goes down. They call her. Kim, we need you. She's like, sorry, hangs up on him.
Yeah.
Huge crisis. Does her pro bono work, goes back into Mesa Verde, and they're like, dude, we handled it, Kim, but like, what the hell?
Yeah.
She's like, dude, it won't happen again. So this is like, oh God, here we go. Strike. One and only strike here, Kim.
Yeah. So I remember her helping out a man and helping out a woman.
Yeah.
I really like both those scenes,
Totally.
because both of them are not super grateful.
Yeah.
It's a little complicated with both of them. I really like she goes to the woman's house and is like, we gotta go.
She cares.
This is probably that episode, right? Because
Yeah.
that's why
Yep.
she's running late. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
And she
Yeah.
just cares for them.
Yeah.
Like genuine care.
Yeah.
And it feels good. Mm-hmm. And then, like you were saying earlier, Jimmy sees Howard in the bathroom about the psychiatrist. That happens here.
Yeah.
And then he meets his probation officer and says, I'm going to come back as a lawyer.
Right.
You know?
I mean, good episode, dude.
Quite phenomenal.
That's a good
One of
episode.
the best.
Yeah.
One of the
Man.
best. God. Pinata. 6-1. We'll start flying through here a little quicker. I think we got time. Someone's going to be late.
Oh my goodness.
Someone will be late.
We're not even halfway through this.
We're halfway. We're more than halfway.
Okay. All right. We'll go into hyper mode now.
Pinata. Flashback shows them in the early 90s in the office. Kim is a clerk.
This scene. Yeah.
and
They're in the mailroom. They're both the mailroom people.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Jimmy congratulates Chuck, and Chuck dismisses him. Classic. But then also Kim is admiring Chuck.
Yep.
She's like, I want to be that good. So it was kind of just showing how Chuck impacted them
Yes.
back in the day. Kim tries to work on Mesa Verde, but is drawn more into pro bono. She's like sitting down, she's working, she's supposed to work on it, and she's like, no, more pro bono stuff.
Yeah.
And then she has the idea to meet with Rick from Schweikart and Coakley. I don't forget how to say that. To be a partner so she can do both.
Yes.
I like that character, by the way. He shows up once in a while. He seems chill lawyer dude, whatever.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? I was watching this 80s movie where maybe early 90s, there's like a stupid little UFO and it's all about like, it's like an ET, but like a tiny UFO. And like the lead actor of that is this guy.
Is that
Because I was watching that movie, I'm like, what would a guy like that do after this? What would he do? And then he's that actor from Schweikart.
hilarious.
Huber, there is an important motivation for Kim to do this, though. It's not just the pro bono stuff that she wants to do more time on that. She sees Jimmy's drawings for Wexler and McGill,
Yeah.
and she doesn't want in on that. So basically, she does this so she doesn't have to do Wexler and McGill.
And it hurts Jimmy.
Yes, because they have the lunch later,
It's his dream.
and he's ready to say like, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and then
brutal.
she lies. She says it was their idea. She pretends like she didn't go to their office with the idea.
Yep. She tells Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy's hurt. He goes, has a panic attack, comes back, and is just like, hey, I'm happy for you.
Yep. Yeah.
God, brutal.
Yeah. Man, that was his dream.
And then we get a nice little nod to Geraldine Strauss from season 1. He's at Jimmy's working. The relative calls asking him about the will,
Oh yeah.
which was a cool moment.
From his TV commercials.
Yeah, he watches the commercial. Just Jimmy thinking about the past. Remember the very first episode, black and white, Gene watching those videos. Jimmy's always thinking about the past, man.
Yeah. Right. He liked it. He liked that era where he had TV commercials.
Yeah.
Yes.
He loved that.
Yep.
And then Gus and Mike set up housing. They set up housing. Mike is like, yo, we got to get them exercise bikes, all this stuff. And this is where we see Kai seems sketch,
Yes.
not Werner. Really magic trick saying, hey, Kai a sketch, a sketch.
He's the explosives guy. Yeah, of course. You're like so nervous about this guy.
And then Gus visits Hector and tells him that sadistic story about like a tree and a raccoon, and the raccoon broke his leg, and Gus just like let the raccoon die slowly.
Yes, you understand finally why Gus wants Hector alive.
Maniac.
You kind of got it before, but now you know.
Yeah.
You get it big time.
And then why this show always surprises me. Jimmy visits Hamlin, and McGill
Yep.
for his like severance check, I think, or whatever. And Howard is there, and Howard's losing it. He's like, I'm down on my luck. We can't pay out. You know, we're not doing well.
Yeah.
And Jimmy gives him the pump up speech. And Jimmy has those moments of real heart, and he also has those moments of cruelty. It's just like, you know, which one are you going to get here
It's
from
funny,
Jimmy?
I didn't get a vibe of compassion from that scene to me.
Okay.
To me, I thought he was further burying Howard.
Really?
Yeah. To me, that was like him, like,
Because I felt like Howard at
hurting
the
him
end of
more.
it came out like, yeah.
yeah. For sure. And then Howard does show up better and healthier later on in
Yeah.
the season. So maybe that was the point of that. Yeah.
So you never know. Mm-hmm. Then he tricks the kids into the trap with Huel and the piñata, and
Debut of Huel.
amazing.
What more could you ask for?
Amazing.
Yeah. It feels good that, you know, he's establishing his business.
Exactly.
He's established his cell phone business. It's
Yeah.
happening, yeah.
So then we get to episode 7, which is like the best effing shot thing I've ever seen in my life.
The opening.
The opening.
Dude.
The 8-month time lapse.
Yes.
That is like split screen, seeing them both go through these 8 months. Sometimes they're sitting right next to each other, but you have that line down the middle.
Yes.
And the music, just everything. This was the like, you could show just this scene at like isolated as itself.
Yeah.
And it's just.
It's the degradation of a relationship, dude. In the end, like, Kim's not even in bed anymore. So you do have the split screen. You see Jimmy on one side, but Kim's not even there anymore. Like, it's effective. Yeah. It just, like, dude, this is such a good opening.
It's so good. Jimmy's building the criminal client base.
Yep.
Saul Goodman.
This is important, yeah.
She's thriving.
Yep. And it's so important that Huel was in the last episode, actually. This all pays off. This is so good. It's important. It's like everything's slotting into place. I can't imagine the boards that they had to put together for this stuff. It's crazy.
And Jimmy's looking for an office.
Yep.
He goes to that party, buries her, kind of, you know, makes fun of, you know, he's being a clown. He goes into the office. He sees
This
how
is where he
well
talks
she's
about
doing.
how good the vacation should be.
Yeah.
And he pulls in the other people.
Yeah.
Hubert, I think this all ties into the person he is in the last episode. Where he's like, they're always going to think of you this way. I think he's attacking their status when he does that. I think that is entirely what that all was about. Yes. You should really spring for like a ski trip, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like really putting that pressure on this guy who does have a higher status. You know, he is rich, he's wealthier and everything. Like, yeah, I love that scene actually.
Yeah. Then Gus tells Dr. Bruckner to slow the treatment down because
He watches the video.
He
He sees Hector stare at the woman's butt.
Yeah.
Yes,
This is
dude.
some like Get Out level stuff
Yeah.
where he realizes that his mind is fine, but his body's perfect.
Yeah.
Here we go. Got
Yes.
him.
Yep.
Gus, dude.
You're good. Do not give him anything more than this because I don't want him to be able to walk and talk.
Yeah.
That's so evil, dude. That's so evil.
So evil.
She's like, I'm making good progress. We can have him talking. He's like, no, he's good.
Yeah. Then the thing goes down at the dig site. Mike tries to keep everyone calm. Kai gets in the fight. Again, you think Kai is going to lose it.
This is when the pillar falls?
Yeah.
Dang, so they set up, this all happens really fast. Oh, because we had the 8-month time lapse.
Yep.
So they're 8 months into the, okay, cool.
8 months.
That's
we're
why that
deep.
works. That's perfect.
And then Huel attacks the cop because
Yep.
he has his headphones on.
Yeah.
Beautiful moment. Mm-hmm. And apparently they have a history.
Yeah.
And Kim says, I'll get him off, but we're doing it my way. You're not doing anything sketch, okay? I'll represent Huel if you don't do anything sketchy. She goes in to Suzanne Erickson, and she's trying to do this plea deal to get Huel off. Mm-hmm. Suzanne's playing hardball.
That's the other lawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her. Yeah.
Me too. She's playing hardball. Kim gets pissed, calls up Saul, and is like, all right, I got a plan.
And then you see her buying like children's supplies,
Yeah.
like school supplies. You're
Yeah.
like, what is the plan?
Yeah.
You wait a whole week to find out what that plan could possibly be.
And
Then it's insane. That plan is insane.
the plan is insane. She goes full power play. Kim goes full power play with in the next episode with a full legal team. They all sit down talking about case law. Like, holy crap, this is like murder trial levels of flexing your power here. And Jimmy's on the bus paying these people to write
It's
all
like a
these
classic
letters.
Jimmy scheme.
It's so
This whole episode's classic Jimmy stuff.
classic.
And what I like about it, and especially like him doing voices on the dozen phones,
Yeah.
like if they call it, like it's like overly planned. And he's just like, he's like the pastor. He's like, okay, so that phone's the pastor. Give me that phone. And he brings in, the old
The old TV crew was so nice to see.
The, like the art school students. Yeah, I love them. It doesn't feel the same. I'm nervous the entire time. I'm not laughing. I'm not giggling at how cute this plan is. You're just, the stakes are too high.
Way too high.
You're nervous for Kim. You're nervous for Jimmy. You're nervous that all of this is going to fall through.
Yeah, because I'm nervous Kim's career is on the line
Yes.
here. Dude, her reputation as a lawyer. Like, if she got caught for this,
Right.
brutal.
So when he was like, when he was in like the music store with the kids and the cameras, like that's fun. It's really fun that they're all here. It's really cute.
Yeah.
At this moment, I'm like, no, stop all of this. And you feel anxiety through this, which I think is really cool. It's a
Yeah.
cool contradiction to what it used to be.
Yeah. So they get away with it.
Yes.
Kim and Jimmy celebrate. Kim wants to keep scamming.
That was because
Again, another
the
moment.
reveal of that. Yes.
It's like, what am I missing here?
Right.
Like, as a viewer, like, now
No.
she wants to keep going.
That's on purpose, Huber, because I feel like the setup was like, Jimmy, about what we just did. And he's like, yeah, it's the last time. I promise. And she goes, I want to do it again.
Yeah.
Like that's the misdirect. They want you to be shocked by that for sure.
yeah. It just caught me off guard.
Yeah.
But again, we just had that 8-month time jump, and now the scamming is going to bring them back closer together.
Yeah, we do have precedence for this. Is that I love it. It's a scene. I don't remember what season it's from, when they pretend to be like brother and sister, and they scam some guy.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was last season.
Okay,
2 or
yeah.
3 for sure.
Like there is the seed has been planted for that, where Kim gets into this.
Yeah.
She likes doing this kind of thing. This kind of manipulating people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Next episode we get a really good scene of that. I love that.
Yeah.
So she's into it. She's into doing those things.
Then once again, Kai starts a fight at a strip club. This whole freaking time, I'm buying into it. I'm like, Kai, man, he's gonna erupt. Like, Mike's gonna shoot this guy in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And then Werner is at the bar,
Right.
And they have a beautiful scene, and you really see Mike and Werner start to build a relationship and
Yep.
get close, like a brotherly relationship here.
Yeah.
Which I really loved to watch
And
anytime.
they always appreciate like Mike trying to learn German. I think that's an
Yeah.
important part. Is he like Mike is so serious about this job, he's trying to learn
After the
language.
8-month time jump, he
Yeah.
says a couple things in German.
Yeah. But Huber, I almost think that Kai exists so that Mike had a reason to leave and come back to see that Werner was talking about
Yeah.
what he was doing and even drawing diagrams to these people.
Gus was
at the bar.
concerned.
Yeah.
Mike was like, dude, it's fine, but
Yeah.
I'll watch him.
Yes.
Also, the episode ends. Laylo arrives.
Yeah.
Laylo.
Yeah. There's some really important stuff there with Nacho, though.
Yeah, also, with Nacho, I had no idea. This was from Wikipedia. He has Canadian IDs in the safe for
Yes,
him and his
dude.
dad.
That is what is so important.
I missed that.
Yes.
Did he get that in a previous season?
No. So we haven't seen him for a long time. He's been healing up, presumably.
That's right.
You just
so
see-
it was just off screen.
You just see two young women hanging out on a couch. They're like slobs. They're just like having snacks. They're wearing like very casual clothes.
Yeah.
Nacho shows up and one of them says, "Hey, baby." You're
Yeah.
like, what?
Throws him drugs.
Yeah, he's in like a really nice. I forgot he throws him drugs.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And yeah, so he's in his nice house. He takes off his suit. He goes to that safe in his closet.
Okay.
And he's got an ID for him and his dad.
That writing, dude.
Yes.
It never insults the audience,
Yep.
dude. It
Yep.
doesn't over-explain. It's just masterfully crafted, and that is a perfect example of
Yes. Oh, he's also stashing cash, too, in that safe, which is
Yeah.
important. That is really, really important.
Gotta keep track of everyone's cash.
Yes. He's trying to escape. That's what we know is he's got an escape plan. We'll apparently see it next season.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good to see that.
So we got 2 more episodes.
'Kay.
Number 9.
Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen, directed by Vince Gilligan.
Whoa.
His only credit for directing
It's
/
funny.
writing.
He wants in for this one.
Episode 9.
Okay. All
Yep.
right.
Vince Gilligan reveals himself. Jimmy and Kim scam the Mesa Verde Bank because they don't want to go through the proper channels.
Yeah, this is such like a heist scene, dude.
Yeah. Spilling the coffee, the baby.
Manipulating her emotions
God.
too. Yeah, like I'm the mother, my brother's trying to help me out. Yes. Spills breast milk on it.
Yeah.
Yes. And she's like, and you make the mark, you make it think it's her idea. Like it was completely thought out and
Yeah.
just played out perfectly. And they're loving it.
They're loving it. But
Yes.
at the same time, Kyle, this is what I mean about like me missing things or possibly not reading it correctly. Last episode, she says she wants to do more scams. Kicks off with a scam.
Yeah.
But then as they're driving away, he's freaking out about it, and he's like, God, I can't wait. We're just gonna keep doing these scams. We're gonna get them. We're gonna show anyone we're unstoppable. And she's a little reserved.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, we gotta be, a little cautious here. Now, is that just saying we got to be cautious about our scams, or is she getting cold feet about the scams?
That's a good question, Huber. I think that this entire time, she never said, I don't want to do Wexler McGill. I think that she questions the longevity of their partnership this entire time.
Like, how long can we keep this up?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I
Totally.
think.
like
Because it
that.
is about you and me together, you know what I mean? I kind of think it's more about the relationship than anything.
Yeah. I like that comment.
It's my best guess.
Good call. So then it's the hearing. The day has finally come.
Oh, yeah, we're here already.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here, man. We're halfway through episode 9 here.
Yes.
Finale stuff.
Okay.
So the hearing is here, and he doesn't mention Chuck, and it costs him. He doesn't get
Oh, yeah.
because he's
remember this-
being insincere.
Well, because he is. They say, what
Yeah.
inspired you to do law?
Yeah.
And I forget what the name of the mascot is, but he's just like, the Bobcats. Go Bobcats. The law school he went to. So he's like killing it up till that point too.
Yeah.
They have shots of like the people like really admiring him, just like
Yeah.
the way their eyes light up. And yeah, because the thing is, Chuck did inspire him to do law.
Yeah.
Like that's the truth, and it's clear. And I think when you talk about that mailroom scene, I think Jimmy is still inspired by Chuck at
Yeah.
that point. I think he still wants to be him. He still
Right.
wants to do law because of his big brother
It's
Chuck.
it's both edges. Like
Yes.
he got inspired by him,
Yeah.
and he wants to be like him, and
Yeah.
then it turns into spite. Like he'll be better than him.
Yes.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
But then he freaks out on Kim. They finally have a blow up.
Yes.
I'm like, oh god, here it's kind of, I'm watching this at this point.
Yeah. You're almost relieved that it finally happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
And she freaks out because
He's like, you're slumming it with me.
yeah,
Yes.
and he's like, you only like slipping Jimmy, and dude, she's like, I'm always there for you, and she is.
You're
dude.
always down or something. I forget
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
You're always down. And
Yes.
I'm always there. Out of control scene, dude.
Yes. And they're separate at the end of that scene because I remember he's packing up next
Packing
we
up.
see him. But then I love this.
She's like, do you want to be a lawyer?
Yeah. We'll start there or something, right?
Yeah, we'll start there. I'll make it happen.
Yes. And the shot is them in the mirror.
Yeah.
It's just so good because they're looking at each other through the. It's really really good the way
Yeah.
that just looks and fits the way that they just talk to each other. Man, yes.
Thanks for that, Vince Gilligan.
Yeah, thanks, Vince. Good shot. Hey, dude, you set up a good shot.
Then we get some Breaking Bad origins. This is great. This
Oh
is,
no, this I actually hate. This is too cheesy for me.
you didn't like it?
Yes, you're talking about the bell, right?
Bell.
Yes.
The bell.
The bell having a backstory that's like too prequel-y.
It is.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that's funny. So,
But
yeah,
it just
I had to get this
shows
bell.
you how vindictive Lalo is.
Yes.
They burn a hotel with a former college professor owns a hotel, and he disrespects Hector. They burn it to the ground. Lalo goes back inside the burning building to get the bell.
To get a bell. Yeah, it does reveal part of his character, which makes the scene it's not totally stupid.
Yeah.
I think, At this point, Hector tells him as much as he can through dings,
Yeah.
like, kill Gus.
Yeah. Take him out.
Yes.
Because now he has Nacho go away,
Yep.
but then he meets up with Nacho and he's like, take me to see Gus.
Yep.
Take me to see his operation. I
And
want to see it all.
And he, like, laughs it off. He's like, Hector, he just wants to kill everyone.
Yeah.
I think he did. I think that is exactly what he just said, is kill everyone. Yeah. Love that.
That's so, I forgot that line.
Yeah.
And he's totally being serious. Oh my God.
Yeah, great actor, by the way. This character rules, Lola.
He's
Or
ridiculous.
Layla or Lola? Lalo.
L-A-L-O.
Lalo,
Lalo.
I guess we'll say, yeah.
Yeah,
Lalo.
sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, next season, holy hell.
Yeah.
He's going to be nuts.
He's going to be the star next season.
We get a Don Eladio reference too, his meeting with Gus. He says, maybe Don Eladio wants the Salamancas and Gus, maybe he wants us to be at war.
Oh,
so
yeah, he shows
can-
up at Los Pollos.
Shows
Yeah,
up to Los
Hermanos,
Pollos.
Yeah.
And then, Nacho, he says, take me to the trucks.
Yeah.
Let me see the operation.
And that leads into this last episode. Man, this last
Yeah.
episode. I could talk about an hour for the last
I know. I hate to
man.
rush through this.
Yeah.
So then Werner starts to lose it.
Oh, the shakes.
The shakes.
This is
They're
another.
blowing
That's a
up the
total, like another total Breaking Bad thing.
Yeah.
Like nothing bad is going to happen. He's not going to explode, but you
you're
feel
on
that
edge.
tension the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes.
He goes back. There's like a faulty fuse in the super lab. Traces it back. Just has the moment, man, like shell shock.
Yeah.
Fully loses it. Love this plan, by the way. They have the truck go over the pothole right at the
So
explosion.
nobody can hear again, that's just thinking about it so much.
Yeah.
If you're a writer about that, you don't think about things like that. Oh, an
Yeah.
underground explosion wouldn't make too much noise. But they just they're always so thorough with this kind of thing.
So
I love it. Yes.
Thorough.
Yep.
Such a good word to describe the Breaking Bad universe.
Yep. It's thorough.
So we're at the last episode, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Winner, finale.
Yes.
We get another flashback. And this is how they roll.
Oh, well, we did leave out that Werner escapes. He's gone at the end of last
Sorry,
episode. That's what leads us into
yes.
this last episode. He's gone.
Escapes.
So this whole security thing, everything that's been leading up to him escaping.
Yes.
Okay. Boom.
Flashback.
Winner. Yes.
And this is what I mean. They make you care about Chuck now. This mean brother, everything he's done, everything they've been through, and you see them karaoke. They have a good night.
Yep.
Chuck and Jimmy actually have a good night and sing a song together.
In the bed together.
Go to bed
They're
together.
such brothers, yeah.
Such a
It's so
good
sad.
scene.
Yeah.
Dude. And again, it's like long, dude. They let things breathe. This was
Yeah.
like a 15-minute prologue.
Yeah. It's good.
So then, boom, kicks up, high tension. Mike's giving order to his guys.
Yep.
By the way, I love Mike's guys because I go back to the Breaking Bad episode in the final season, hazard pay. Okay? Legacy tax.
Legacy cost. Yeah.
Okay? Legacy cost. Hazard pay. Mike's guys. We always heard about Mike's guys in just generic blanket Mike's guys. We're seeing Mike's guys in action.
Yep.
He's giving them, you check the freeways, check the exits, off ramps. He's probably got 3 miles, like phenomenally written here.
Yeah.
Mike giving orders to his guys to scour the area for Werner. That leads him into like a money wiring place. He's calling because he thinks Werner needs money.
Yep.
He's calling around.
He knows his wife's name.
Knows the wife's
That
name.
helps, yeah.
Pretends he's the brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Has this whole big scene with the security cameras
Mm-hmm.
and this money wire place. Lalo stalking Gus's crew and then stalking Mike.
Yeah. He doesn't know what's up.
No.
He is stalking them for some reason because he knows he's got some inkling.
Yeah.
I don't know
He's trying
what
to figure
really
it
is
all
driving
out.
him. Yeah.
He's like, what is Gus up to?
Yes. Because Hector kind of insinuated something, obviously. Yeah. So he's more driven than ever to just follow what's going on here.
Yeah.
Love this chase scene.
Classic chase because it's like a slow speed chase, which I'm always down for.
Yep.
And then the whole big thing in the parking lot,
Oh, going for the gum. He's chewing a bunch of gum. It's like, why is he chewing so much gum?
God.
Yes.
I don't know how many times I come to Kyle and I just say, Kyle, watching Mike Ehrmantraut work is a pleasure.
Yeah, it was episode 1.
Yeah.
It was episode 1 when he was going around the warehouse.
Yeah.
But it's been a pleasure all season.
It's just a pleasure watching him work.
Yes. And the funny part of the scene is opening the thing and not going for the gun.
Yes.
Obviously, that gun pays off by the end of the episode, though.
Yeah.
So we need to be aware that he's got a gun in there.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
so it's not just for the cheap thing of like, oh, he's going for the gum. But yeah, we need to know he's got a gun in the car.
I always think Mike has a gun.
Yeah, you're right. He probably always does. Yeah.
And then we get the scene with Mike and Werner. Powerful scene.
Oh,
Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
This is like Academy Award level scenage going on here. Mm-hmm. Out of control, darkly lit, just the stages of grief that Werner goes through so fast within a minute. I mean, he's going through it all.
Having to yell at his wife. Man.
Oh my goodness. Gut-wrenching scene.
He never cries though. You know,
No.
it's never like that kind of a cheap emotional scene. You know? It's a really good scene.
And it's once again them sneak attacking you by making one of the most emotional scenes have to do with Werner.
Yeah.
Like Werner's been around since episode 5 and the scenes are awesome with him and he's always got a lot of heart, you know, with Mike. They really built that up, but like wow, I was not expecting to get so emotionally invested in that character specifically at that moment.
Yep. The shot where he pulls the trigger, it's one of my favorite shots of the whole series. It's so good, season at least. Just the width of it, you have to like, it's funny, I never used to think about lenses, but I'm looking at it like, how do they get that kind of lens?
Yeah.
Because it's so wide, dude. And just, you only see a silhouette with a blue night sky. It looks so nice. Yeah. And this entire time, I think you're thinking he might not do it. He'll find a way to get him out of here. He'll find a way to cover this up. He'll find a way for Werner to live.
Chills.
And then up until the flash of the gun, dude, I'm thinking it won't happen. And it's just such a beautiful shot. You're admiring it. Mm-hmm. I was good, right? Yeah. No tears.
Yeah.
They cut to commercials.
Yeah.
And then I just start bawling.
Yeah, dude.
It's like everything just hit me. And I'm
like, because then you stopped appreciating the beauty of the scene.
Yes.
And then you're like, okay, damn it.
Man, hit me so hard, dude.
Is there no other way? Really?
Yeah.
When he says that?
Oh, yeah.
Is there no other way? Really? It's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is a giant theme of the Breaking Bad universe? No half measures.
Sure.
That is exactly what this was, dude.
Consequences.
Consequences.
Yep.
No half measures. Wrapping things up.
Yep. He had a warning. He had a time, like it was made really clear what happens if you mess this up. Yep.
Oh, my goodness. So then he goes back and he has a really fun encounter with Gale. Gale's there in the lab now. We get to see Gale one more time, admiring the super lab, biding his time, waiting. He has an interaction with Mike, like, oh, hello. Like, cool to see them interact. That was just fun.
But that's about the wordless exchange from up above. That shot rules too.
Well, yeah. Mike just waiting.
Yes.
And Gale realizing like, oh, hello, like you're clearly his fixer or whatever, you know.
You're a guy I should not talk to right now. You shouldn't say hello to. Yeah. But it's just that I love that. Mm-hmm. That guy, Gus is a great actor. Mike's a great actor. You know, they just look at each other. Yeah. They're both been through a lot, and that's just, he goes back up. He's mad. You know, he's mad, but he's like, I did it. I'm not happy about what I had to do. Yeah. But he also that was like, that's on Mike. Mike messed up too. Yeah. Like, he shouldn't have allowed anyone to escape. That was his entire job. Yeah. So yeah.
His guys.
He knew it was his job to clean it up, and so that's why he did that. And
it was respect too for Werner. And they got to save his wife, thank God.
Yes, you're right. You're right. If Mike wasn't there,
they both would have died brutally.
Yes, you're right.
So
I got to think of it that way.
It's kind of like a mercy killing.
Yeah.
So to wrap it all up, here we go. Jimmy McGill, plot line of the finale.
Love this. I have to ask you, when he's doing when he's reading the letter in his second hearing, were you convinced? Were you buying it at that point?
Because I know who he becomes.
Yeah.
There was a doubt in my mind. I'm like, is he trolling right now?
Yeah.
But but not gonna lie, when I was watching it, I thought he was being genuine.
Oh, okay.
There was a seed of doubt when I was like, this is all a scam. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, oh, maybe. Like, he's really got me here. Like, maybe.
No, so it's like for me, I wasn't. Like the whole season leads up to that point. The whole season informs that speech.
It was the other way around, really. Yes. I had a seed of like maybe he's telling the truth.
Yes, it was like our last chance to believe maybe he still loves Chuck.
Yeah, But
And
to get to that point too, what he goes through, going to the grave site, buying this library,
reading room,
having everyone spread the word,
Yeah.
which brings him to this moment.
Yes, and really, like, we're skipping a super important thing when he talked to the teenager Stacy. Yeah, he gives her a whole speech of his entire life view.
Yeah.
They will always think of you as slipping, Jimmy. They'll always think of you as something lesser than that. You have to beat them.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I
That
hope
was
she
the entire
comes
point.
back.
That's his entire life perspective. You
Yeah.
have to beat them
Then
because they'll always think they're better than you are.
Then he goes into the car park and just starts bawling.
Oh, yeah. Because his car won't start, but it's
Yeah.
not that. It's not just the car starting. Yeah.
It's so layered. It's like he's crying about all of it, dude.
Yeah.
Just everything.
Yes. And it's the most we've ever seen him cry. It's the most we've ever seen him break down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is...
And that's kind of like the death of Jimmy, maybe? Is that what that's symbolizing? That
Sure,
exact
dude.
moment? It's like,
Yeah.
dude, Jimmy's gone now.
Because it's clear at the end, Saul Goodman, right? Like,
Yeah.
like it's clear, he tricked everybody. He's not even ashamed. He's saying it really loud out in the courthouse still,
So good.
on the hallways.
He says it's so
He's like,
slimy.
I got him. I tricked them all. They're so stupid. It's like, wait, shut up. Just be quiet. He's like, didn't even care, man. He was out in the hallway just celebrating that he fooled them all.
The audacity, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to carry on the McGill name.
Yes.
The audacity to immediately... Yeah, can I get a name change for him?
Yeah, there's no way I'm using the McGill name.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Love that,
Kim
dude.
is stunned.
Yeah,
because
it's the same look
everyone...
from episode 1, dude. It's the same thing where she
Yeah.
can't read him.
Kim alarmed counter.
Yes.
Like the people in the hearing are crying.
Yeah.
Kim is crying.
Yes.
Everyone is like on just an emotional wreck.
Yep.
And he's like, nope. Saul Goodman.
Yep.
He said it so slimy. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like a Saul Goodman. It was like a Saul Goodman.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Cut.
End of season 4.
Blown away.
Yeah, man. That finale is so good. No Nacho, I think he would have been too much in there.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think that that episode's
Yeah.
pacing is insane. Like, that is a really good episode of television. So tight. Even though it was like an extra hour and 10 minutes, I think is like what the actual episode went. So
Totally.
yeah, man, really good.
Unbelievable. The best season, I think, by a good margin.
Right.
Season 3 was it just keeps getting better and better.
And it's one of those things, right? Like this season couldn't be so good without the work that they did in the other seasons. Like,
Yep.
it's all so important.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that in season 2, when Jimmy McGill goes in the desert with Jesse Pinkman
Oh, Breaking Bad.
and Walter White.
Yes.
Breaking Bad. I love saying those names. Walter White and Jesse Pinkman.
Mm-hmm.
They're out in the desert. He's got a bag over his head. He directly references Lalo and Ignacio, which is Nacho's name.
And what does he say? I wasn't involved with them?
He's like, I wasn't involved with them. Are you Lalo or Ignacio? Are you them?
Oh, so he asks if he's either of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
which leads us as the audience to believe that those people are unaccounted for, but presumably still alive.
Yeah.
So one can theorize where that goes.
Lalo's not still alive,
No,
man.
he's gonna get a classic. Both of them probably are gonna
Yeah.
get a classic Gus, Mike assassination death
Yes.
off the grid,
Yeah.
like buried under cement, chopped into little pieces, no witnesses, like they're going hard deaths.
Yeah. All right. So what we need to learn still from season 5
Yeah.
is really just what happens with Kim, what happens with Nacho. Mm-hmm. We get with Saul's there, man.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be fun to watch him, get his little private office and everything like
Yeah.
that. But like the character's complete.
Yep.
I don't really need to see anything else from the end of that season episode to where we pick up from Better Call
Yeah.
Saul. Obviously, he gets in trouble. Obviously, like, somebody's looking for him. I think probably because he helped Walter escape and get a new ID, I think he's probably going to help Nacho out. That is my presumption.
Sick.
I think he's going to help Nacho find a way to escape.
That'd be awesome.
It'd make me so happy.
Yeah.
But
Give
then
me
again-
some redemption.
We got to go back to black and white world too, and then he's just gonna die from whatever that creepy cab driver was doing. It's just scary stuff, man.
To wrap it up,
Yep.
we're out of time.
Yep.
Do you want next season to be the last season?
Yes.
And do you want Jesse Pinkman to reveal himself?
No.
No.
Because he's a high schooler at that point. No.
What about the black and white timeline? That's what I've always wanted.
Yes.
I've always wanted Jesse in black and white.
Hubert, it'd be Max Cheese I want the creepy cab driver to have a shotgun and Jesse Pinkman to like cut him with a sword from behind and say, "I got you." Cut to black. Like that's really all I want, you know.
I want the scene where Jesse comes in with like his family and like kids.
Sure.
No words.
Yeah.
Just a nod.
And we know we're not gonna get that.
I
day.
know.
Vince just wants to break our hearts,
I
man.
know.
It's not happening.
I know. So that's it. Really hope you enjoyed the spoiler mode for Better Call Saul season 4.
See you next August.
See you next time.